Hello, everyone. I'm super excited today. I've got a very special guest with me. She is the OG in terms of fitness. She's an author, TEDx speaker, a celebrity fitness trainer, and also the founder of YKBI, Yasmin Karachiwala Body Image. So she's doing many things, and actually, she does needs no introduction when it comes to fitness because she's been in this field for so long. So, welcome, Yasmin, to this new episode of mine. I'm truly grateful you took out the time to do this with me. Um,
Thank
so,
you so much.
so I'll get right down to it.
It's a,
Yasmin, tell me, how did you start? You are one of the pioneers in terms of Pilates. How did you start that journey? What made you get into the fitness journey?
Siddhant, I have been into fitness or a fitness instructor, let's say, for the last 33 years.
Okay.
I've been training. I started off as a group fitness instructor. You won't believe, as a child, I was super, super lazy. I
Okay.
did no form of exercise. I ate a lot. In fact, I ate more than all the men, all the boys at that time that I was friends with.
Okay.
And I used to play no sport. My mom in school had put me into athletics so that I would wake up and move a little bit every day. I would either have a stomach ache or I would have a headache, or there are days when I've put like onions under my armpits to get fever so that I would have to miss, going for my athletic practice the next day. When I went to college, I had a best friend and she started dating some boy and wanted to wanted to lose some weight, look better. Um, in those days, there was a new fitness studio, a spa actually, a health spa, which we'd never even heard the word of health spa, that had started in our vicinity, which was offering two for the price of one. It was a deal that they were offering two for the price of one, and she forced me to join it with her.
Okay.
And my first reaction was like, what will I even do in a gym? What am I going to do? I don't know anything. And she said, you're so lazy, you do no work, you do no form of movement, and you eat more than all the boys we know.
Right.
So you definitely need to join. I was, I'd like to call myself in those days as being pleasantly plump.
Okay.
So, I was not overweight. I was not underweight. I was not perfect, but I was happy with the way I was. Anyway, uh, being best friends, she kind of convinced me to join with her. We went to the gym. She knew exactly what she wanted to do. And yes, it had a sauna, steam, jacuzzi, which was the first time like some place had it besides clubs. And so I thought, okay, I'll go chill in a hot sauna if you can do that. But she came in, she went to the gym, started doing some weight training, knew exactly what she wanted to do. I was walking around and I saw this kind of it said group aerobic studio, aerobic studio. And I said, all I could see people dancing in there. And I thought, I'm a great dancer. Let me go do this. It's totally up my alley. I went in and didn't realize that it was a aerobic class and it was coordinated and you couldn't just do your own thing. You had to follow an instructor. And I was very bad at it. When people were going right, I was going left. When the teacher was saying knee up, I was kicking people. I think I injured a few, got the dirtiest looks. After the class, everyone looked at me. You know that feeling when someone doesn't belong
Yeah.
and suddenly that look is directed towards you. I felt so disheartened and embarrassed that I kept going back to the class every day just to prove a point to all those people who'd given me the dirty look that I can do this.
Right.
One day, the instructor was unwell and she called me up at home and she said, Hey, I can't come today. Can you teach my class? So I said, what do you even mean teach your class? I don't know how to teach. She said, okay, just go play. All her music was in sets, right? Sets of 10 songs. He said, just go play any set and do whatever comes to your mind. I
Mm.
went, I played something, and to my astonishment and those of the students who were there, I kind of knew everything.
Right.
I knew all the sequences. I could you know, take them through it. I could instruct them through it. I was pretty shocked at myself, if I may say so. And then once the class got over, everyone came up to me and they were like, "How did you do it? When did you learn?" And I said, "I haven't. The teacher asked me to do this, so this is what I did." Anyway, to cut a long story short, she asked me to teach her afternoon class, and then I graduated, I think, a year after that. And
Okay.
she said, "Why don't you go to the?" I was going to the US for a uh, summer camp program. It's a counselor program that they had during my time, and you could go to summer camps and be a counselor and earn some money. So
Okay.
they would take students from all over the world. I was going there, and he said, "Why don't you go do an aerobic instructor course? Nobody in India is certified. People just watch Jane Fonda and they make their routine and they teach it." So I
Right.
said, "Okay, how difficult can it be?" I went to the US, I did uh, you know, uh, my summer camp, and then I went to do the course for 3 months. It was hard because you had to know all the names of muscles and bones and how many bones you have in the body. I was an economics student. I had no science background. It took me 2 days to learn how to say gastrocnemius, which is your calf muscle.
Okay.
And we were used to Indian exams. So I was used to like knowing a little bit, but in my exam paper, elaborating it and writing a lot more
Right.
and doing well. And this was all multiple choice. Your passing percentage was 80. I got 75. I failed.
Okay.
And that was another shock again to me. So, of course, and that's when I realized that anything I'm not good at becomes like a sour point with me. And I have to work really hard to be good at something which I'm not good at.
Okay.
And so I studied again. I gave my exam a couple of months later and got through. And then I started my aerobic classes. I was doing that. I had my children. I started doing personal trainings. I got certified in personal training. And then I had this belly fat that just wouldn't go after having 2 kids.
Right.
So I started Googling and finding out what is the best thing to lose belly fat. And Pilates popped up. And I researched and said, "What is it?" And um, it said it works on your core. And I said, "Oh, great, this is what I need." I called up a studio in California. Of course, I Googled which is the best studio. This studio, Bassi, came up. I called them up, said, "I want to come to your studio and teach, and learn how to be an instructor." They said, "Oh, great. What's your Pilates background?" I said, "None." They said, "Well, to become an instructor, you need to have been a student practicing Pilates for at least a year." And
Okay.
I said, "Well, nobody in my country teaches Pilates. I can't, do that." They said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll send you materials." So they sent me material that I had to practice, and everything looked so easy,
Right.
right? When you're watching it, like they used to, the exercise that's called roll up looked like a sit up. I used to do 100 of those,
Right.
or like a chest lift looked like a crunch. And I was like, what is this big deal they're making out of this Pilates? So I called them. I said, "Oh, I've gone through the material. I'm ready to come." Only that when I went, I got the shock of my life because nothing was as it seems.
Okay.
You had to use muscles again that I'd never heard of
Right.
to do these exercises, and this was about 20 years back.
Okay.
So that's how I went, and I actually went to be a mat Pilates instructor.
Okay.
Uh, and that's the training I was doing. So the way our training was divided was in the mornings you had mat Pilates, and in the afternoons, post lunch was the equipment.
Right.
I didn't even know equipment what it was, and the first 2 days I was so jet lagged because my studio was in California. I'd reached that morning that I just kept did my uh training, went home and slept.
Okay.
On the third day, I was inquisitive and I was like, why are all these other people hanging around? And then I saw the equipment and I think it was love at first sight. I don't think I I felt like that about anything. I saw these people moving on these machines and I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do.
Right.
So
Okay.
I had left my children at that time who were, I think, this was 2005, so who were 5 and 7. I mean, 2005, 5 and 7 with my in-laws.
Okay.
And I'd gone away for 6 weeks to do this mat Pilates training. And the equipment Pilates training was for 13 weeks.
Okay.
So I went to my instructor and I said, I really want to do this equipment. How do I do it? And he said, well, why don't you do the first half now and then come back and then do the second half at the end of the year?
Okay.
So that's what I called my in-laws and I said, I really want to do this. Do you think you can come back again and, watch my children? And they were like, yeah, go do whatever you need to do. And I think that's really helped having in-laws who were so supportive
Right.
and allowed me to do what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's how I learned Pilates in 2005.
You know what? In today's time, I see, Yasmin, a lot of the youth, especially, the younger generation, they want really quick results when it comes to fitness. They don't have patience,
Right.
So, what according to you, physical fitness one side and mental fitness the other? How important are both, as a correlation when it comes to a healthy life?
So, my mentors, I had great mentors in the fitness world. And my first mentor was Sensei Parvez Mistry,
Okay,
who is a martial arts instructor. And I learned my weight training from him. And the one thing that he taught me was never compromise form for anything else. Like not for weights, not for repetition, not for quick results.
right,
We took time to learn exercises. He wouldn't let us do an exercise till we could perform it exactly the way that made him happy. I think that kind of set a discipline in me where I knew that I wanted results quick even then, but I had to work for it. So, it also slows you down with your journey because you have to understand the work that you're doing. Like you see people now, and one day they're doing Zumba, and another day they're trying out, all the fads. So I've
right,
over the years I've been asked by a lot of people about this fad and that fad. And in my 32 years of experience, I have never followed a fad. I've done things because I believe in it.
right,
And I feel like when you work out the right way, uh, your mental health automatically comes in it because you're breathing right, you're taking time to do the exercise. You then don't have to meditate and sit for hours and, focus on your breath. Of course, that's a great thing too. But like for me, my work is my meditation.
right,
And am, I would like to say a person who doesn't stress easily. I'm very calm. I mean, there have been stresses in life, but I think I can better deal with them than most people around me because of my level of fitness that I have. And for me, fitness is not pull-ups and push-ups and, how much can I do?
yeah,
It's about how do I feel after a workout.
right,
So I think that is where people miss out is they don't work out to feel good.
right.
Everyone's working out to look good.
Good, correct. Yeah. Also, I want to know, Yasmin, you've trained some of the biggest names in Bollywood. What is that one thing misunderstood, about them when it comes to training?
That it comes easily to them.
Right,
Like everything else that we presume, like fame comes easily and, money comes easily and fitness, oh, they look like that because they're getting paid a lot of money to look like that, right? But nobody sees the hard work that they put in to look like that. And it is hard because they work, their shoots are like 14 to 16 hours sometimes. And then they still, in the rest of the 6 hours that they have or 8 hours that they have, they compromise on sleep to make sure that they work out. And
right.
I would like to say that most of the celebrities don't just work out to look good. They
Mm,
work out to feel good.
feel good. Right.
Because the moment they feel good, it shows in their faces, it shows in their work, and they put in a lot of hard work.
Yeah. And what you said is totally right. Without the hustle, you don't see success. So I think everyone watching us today should know that, there's always a grind you need to go through, to get out there and, face success. So because and you shouldn't be scared of failure as well. Unless you don't fail, you won't taste success anyways.
I think failure is so important because I think my best moments in life have come through failure, through heartache, through heartbreak. I mean, instead of looking at it and wallowing in it, I look at it and I say, okay, what could I have done differently? What am I learning from this? And failure teaches us so much.
Right.
It teaches us what we don't want to do anymore, right? Like when I remember when I used to practice my Pilates and go train with one of my master instructors. And after a session, I would ask them, what did I do wrong? And they'd be like, why are you asking us what you did wrong? Most people ask us, what did we do well? I said, because when I'm doing well, I
Right.
will always do well.
Yeah.
But when I'm not doing well, I will never forget that I didn't do well.
Right. Okay. Also, I want to know, you've achieved so much in life in terms of fitness, and you're a household name, especially inspired so many women out there. But I'm sure you've set certain targets for yourself. If I see Yasmin probably 5 or 10 years down the line, the vision forward, what is that targets you've set for yourself that you'd like to achieve?
Siddhant, it's really weird because I'm asked this question that what was, I mean, I'm asked it backwards. Like
Mhm.
when you began, where did you, how did you plan your growth? And I actually didn't.
Okay.
Like you said, I'm a household name. I actually started from my house.
Right.
And I started because it was like something that I enjoyed doing and I earned a little bit of money doing it. And I was very happy when I was in college. It was like extra money
Right.
for me than my pocket money that my parents gave me. When I got married, it was more of, okay, I'm doing my own thing. So, I mean, of course, my husband ran the house, but I had that extra pocket money that I didn't have to ask anybody for. Um, my growth has happened till now because I love what I do. I am very passionate about changing people's bodies or making a difference, even if it's a small difference in people's lives. And from there is what's grown because I believe in what I do and I do it wholeheartedly. I
Right.
got a lot of people trusting me,
Okay.
right? And that trust led to more people trusting me.
Right.
And that came with responsibility. So when I first realized that, oh my God, now I'm training celebrities and I'm going to be asked a lot of questions that I probably don't have the answer to, I started studying.
Okay.
I started learning more. I started going deeper, diving deeper into what I knew,
Right.
just so that I could be there for everyone who's putting this trust in me.
Okay.
When you ask me where I see myself now, I have a vision, and now I've started visioning because my son has joined me and
Okay.
he keeps asking me this question. Till now, it was like, okay, it's organic growth. I have 10 franchises,
Mhm.
right now. By the end of the year, I have four more signed up. So
Right.
by the end of 2025, I'll have. So he's like, okay, mom, so this year we've opened five franchises. What's next year?
Right.
Right. And I look at him like, I really don't know.
Okay.
And he said, okay, now we need to start planning. You need to really think. So he's made me actually having my son come and work for me has been great because he he makes me work harder than I've ever worked. And I work very hard. So
Right.
right now I'm working on building a Pilates teachers training academy
Okay.
where so for the last 10 years, I've been teaching another curriculum of an international academy. And this year, my son said, we need to have our own academy. There's no Pilates teachers training academy
Right.
in India, which is Indian. And we need to, like how Pilates, we've made it now a household thing that people talk about. He's like, so I've been working for the last 1 year
Okay.
on building a Pilates teachers training academy. So I've already finished writing six manuals and I have two more to go.
Okay.
And
Wow.
once that is done, then I want to get my academy, recognized by the Indian board. And then I want to work at getting it recognized by the international board.
Right. Wow, it's truly inspiring just hearing you talk, Yasmin, because even it took me a long time to get into the fitness journey when I had type 2 diabetes, and I know how difficult it was for me to reverse it, the dedication and the willpower which you need, because it's, as you said, it's a lifestyle. It's just not about looking good. So,
Right.
truly, kudos to you and your entire journey has been fantastic. But now I'm going to come to a
Thank you
fun
so
rap.
much.
I'm going to come to a fun section. This is a rapid fire round, just to quick answers from your side, just to know you more personally.
Bring it on, bring it on.
So, I'm beginning. What is your favorite travel destination to unwind?
Anyway, the airplane takes me out of India. I'm good.
Okay. One celebrity who's given you a very tough time while working out.
Nobody. They're all great.
Okay.
It's not diplomatic, really. They are.
Okay. What is your favorite cuisine, and what is that one thing that you cook really well?
My favorite cuisine is Thai food or Japanese.
Okay.
And the one thing I make really well is healthy desserts.
Okay. Your fitness mantra in one word.
Be fit because you deserve it.
Okay. What is your favorite current read? What is the book which you're enjoying to read right now?
The 5 minute rule
Okay.
by Mel Robbins.
Okay. Your favorite genre of music and which is that one particular song which you really love humming to?
I'm a very bad singer. I don't hum
Okay.
because that's one thing my husband tells me, and my kids are like, please don't sing. So I don't hum. In my mind, I think I sing beautifully. I just don't let it out. But my favorite genre is house.
Okay. Describe your vibe in with a hashtag.
Hashtag this is 55.
Okay. What is if someone had to play a biopic, of Yasmin Karachiwala in today's time,
Oh my God.
who do you think would play you the best?
My niece,
Okay.
Shazia.
Okay. What is that one
Mm.
difference according to you between the millennials and the Gen Zs of today?
Patience.
Okay.
The
And
Gen Zs have none of it, and the millennials have some of it.
okay. And my last rapid fire question would be, what is that one thing that you don't leave your house without?
My phone.
Okay, your phone. Okay. So that comes at the end of the rapid fire round. That was nice and quick answers from your side. And my last
Thank
question for
you.
this podcast would be, what is that one message you would like to give everyone watching us today, from your side to them in terms of fitness, terms of health, in terms of even nutrition, in kinds of ways they can improve their health. So what is that one positive message coming from you?
So I have five very simple fitness rules, six very simple fitness rules that I live by, and I'd like to share that with people. The first one is movement. I think it's very important that everyone find a movement that they enjoy doing and that they can do for the rest of their life because we've evolved from the apes and we are meant to move. We're not meant to sit sedentary. The second one is hydrate. We need to hydrate before we get thirsty because a lot of people don't drink enough water. Some people tell me they don't like the taste of water. Some say they forget to drink water. So I tell people who don't like the taste of water that A, water is not supposed to have a taste.
Right.
But B, if you're looking for a taste, just pop an orange or a lemon or a watermelon, any fruit you like, into your bottle of water. It will infuse it and then it'll get some taste. And if you forget to uh, drink water. Everyone carries a smartphone.
Yeah.
Set alarms every hour to have a few sips of water.
Yeah.
The third thing I'd like to say is to not be on a seafood diet.
Hmm.
Don't eat everything you see. Be conscious of what you're putting in your body because that's the only place, that's the only home that you have to live in.
Right.
And you know that, being
Right.
having had diabetes, that
Mm.
it eventually is your food and your movement that's going to help you reverse something or even stay healthy.
Yeah.
So if you do, I mean, sugar is just universally bad for everyone. Nobody needs sugar for any kind of energy
Right.
or anything else except to cause problems in your life. So stay away from sugar and watch what you eat. Eat foods that make you feel good,
Right.
not foods that make you feel dead.
Right.
Uh, Sleep. I think most undervalued thing is sleep because of the high stress and anxiety levels that we all live under or we are all under. We should at least get 7 hours of sleep, you know. I mean, anywhere, I want to say six is good, but actually six is good twice a week. At least 4 days a week, you should get 7 hours of sleep, if not more. And strength train.
Right,
Strength train because every decade we are going to lose bone density and muscle mass. And building muscle is the only way that you're going to protect yourself from osteoporosis, arthritis,
right,
all the old people's diseases that they were called
right,
are now young people's nightmare. So I think that's really important. And the last one is to have a positive attitude and to look at a glass half full and not half empty.
right. Thank you. You summed it up so well, and I couldn't agree more. Point to point, what you were saying is so, so true. And I wish people follow this, for a nice and a healthy life. So thank you so much, Yasmin. It was such a lovely
Thank you,
time chatting with
Siddhant.
you. You are an inspiration and you're the fitness queen. And you saying this message to everyone, I'm sure people watching us will transform their lives and make an effort towards that. So thank you so much once again to give the time to do this.
Thank you, Siddhant.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for listening to my buck buck.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you.